Have you ever wondered what the two best things to fuse together are? I know this sounds like a DeviantArt question, but think about it. They fused DBZ characters, Nintendo fighters, they got whole websites devoted to mixing Pokemon. While we may never make anything nicer than sausages wrapped in bacon, there's no worry in experimenting, and I can't think of any better training ground than Kirby and the Crystal Shards. The plot goes that on a far-off planet inhabited by fairies, some dark matter comes and does nothing as far as I can tell. Other than turn the sky black, it's never really explained or shown. You don't know why it's there, but you assume it's doing something. Much like the government now that I think about it. Also, this is the second Kirby game I've talked about where the main antagonist was black. I should lay off the racist jokes for this one. So one fairy on the planet flies away with a giant crystal because... actually, that's never explained either. We don't know if it's useful or precious, but if it's anything like real gemstones, I'm gonna assume it's pointless. Weird how jewels are so expensive yet so useless at the same time. I mean, other than decorations, they haven't really done anything except provide names for the Pokemon games. So some dark matter breaks the crystal, the fairy finds Kirby and they go out to reassemble the crystal because, that's right, it never gets explained. Usually I like to overanalyze the plot holes, but that would first require having a plot. The mechanic of this game is the ability to combine your powers. This is already cool, made even cooler by the fact that you throw ninja stars to perform fusion. Fire swords, Swiss army knives, fridges? Honestly, I can't decide which one is cooler. And no, that wasn't a fridge pun. Although I can't help but feel that Kirby needs to take care of his skin more. I mean, cosmetics will only do so much, you can't just go around ripping your face off. There are so many abilities at your disposal, you kinda wish you had more. I mean, they could have taken powers from Kirby Superstar. If you fused Wheel, Cook and Copy, you would get Wookie. If you fused Mike and Crash, you'd get My Rash. And if you were to make a sequel, you could take powers from the future games, fusing Parasol, Suplex and Magic to become paraplegic. I said that sentence a little too happy of myself. Of course, since this is a kids game, where would you be without the power of friendship? There's King DDD, who's a dumb king anyway. He just sits there eating all day. DDD isn't his name, it's his bra size. It's nice to have someone do the things I could have easily done myself. It's like people opening doors for me, so instead of going through the effort of using my hands, I have to thank the guy who doesn't have the courtesy to realise I wasn't a Parasol Suplex Magic Fusion. Although I do have a soft spot for Adeline the painter. He can make anything he sketches comes to life. I wish I could paint something with the ability to talk to people. Hang on a minute, why is that picture pixelated? The only reason someone would need to censor something was because it was vulgar. Okay, don't ask questions I don't want to know the answers to. Maybe we should just skip to the end. So we get back to the fairy planet and using the power of the remastered crystal, we get rid of all the dark matter. Wait, what? We had the weapon to stop the entire catastrophe on the planet it was taking place. We had the ability to stop supposed doom and gloom, and we took it away? That's like aiming a pistol and thinking maybe it'll be more effective if we fire it behind a brick wall. At least then the enemy won't see it coming.